Good morning, friends. Miss Julia from the library here. I am so excited to do story time today. And welcome to March. March is a great month. It's warmer outside. It actually feels like spring might be coming. There's a lot of great things happening in March, including Women's History Month. And we've got a lot of really great books at the library. We've got a wonderful display that celebrate women throughout history and ties into our story time today. So before we start and get into our fun story time, I want to give a shout out for a couple things going on. Now remember, we can't have programs at the library yet, which is why I'm so excited we can do virtual story time. But we do have family activity bags. They go on registration, or I suppose registration starts on Thursdays, every Thursday at 5 p.m. You can go on manitowoclibrary.org/FAB, stands for Family Activity Bag, and you can register each week for our next grab and go bag. So it's a little project that you can check out totally for free. You also get a book checked out to you that has to do somewhat with the theme of that bag. And we have a new one every week. Now this week is Glaze and Paint. We have an art project from Glaze and Paint that's gonna be super fun. Those go really quickly. So if you are hoping to get a Glaze and Paint bag, make sure you're logging on to register at 5 o'clock on Thursday. Now I'm very excited. March is also bringing us a very special night at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. We are going to have a library night at the Wisconsin Maritime Museum on Tuesday, March 30th, and it starts at 6:30. Families who register online get to go to the museum for free. You can walk through the museum. You can even walk through the submarine that night. So if you're interested in coming for free to the Wisconsin Maritime Museum, sign up on the library's website. You can visit manitowoclibrary.org and click on our events page to register for Wisconsin Maritime Museum Library Night. We're so excited. I will see you there. All right, those are some exciting things coming up. I think I'm ready for story time, and we're going to start with one of my favorite songs, The More We Get Together. Now, today we're going to do some American Sign Language signs to go along with the song. So I'll go through those with you first, and then we'll sing the song together. So the first I'm going to teach you is this one. It's the sign for more. And then together, you're going to put your hands together in fists, and you're going to kind of like you're stirring a pot. I always think of this as together in American Sign Language. And then we're going to have happy, which you're going to take two hands and go like this, just up, happy. And your friends, we're going to just do friends. I always think of friends as if my fingers are giving each other a hug, are my friends. And my friends are your friends. All right, you think we can put that all together? Let's try singing it. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Good job, you guys. That was wonderful. I always love starting off with a song, and I love doing a new letter. Now, today's letter is, you guys might know this one. This is A. We've got our big A, we've got our little a. I wonder if anybody has an A in your name, or you can think of a good word that starts with an A. I've got an alligator here. We have, one of my favorite fruits, apples. And I've got an A in my name. It's even on my water bottle. I can show you. Julia, right at the end for Julia. If you guys can think of a good word that starts with A, feel free to type it in the comments. A word that I talked about a little bit is activist. I said there's lots of women's activists in Women's History Month. We got a lot of great books on women's activists, and today that's what our book is going to be about. We're celebrating Women's History Month by talking about activism and activists. Now you might be thinking, That's a new word, activist. What does that mean? And an activist is someone who cares about something and makes a positive change in their community or works to make a positive change. And so the book we're going to read today is all about how love can make positive changes. And the activist in this story is a little girl. Maybe just like you or me. So even kids can be activists and make positive changes in their communities. This is a great book. It's one of my favorites. And if you like this book, remember we have a great women's history display at the library. And if you're not able to come into the building, you can always request books through our curbside pickup. So let's check out Love is Powerful and see how love can make positive change in our community. Mari spilled crayons onto the table. They made a messy rainbow. "What are we coloring, Mama?" she asked. Mama smiled. "A message for the world." Mari ran to the window and pressed her nose to the glass. Far below, people walked in all different directions. Buses, cars, and taxis honked and grumbled down the busy street. Mari asked, "How will the whole world hear?" "They'll hear," Mama said, "because love is powerful." Mari climbed onto her mama's lap. The crayons smelled sharp and new. Mama used one to write some letters. Even though Mama's words stretched across the poster, they would be too small for the world to read, Mari thought. Mari picked up a crayon. As she made her own sign, she imagined her friends in their apartments across the city, and Grandma and Grandpa a plane ride away, and all the people in other countries. Mari wondered, how will the whole world see our message? Mama hugged her close. They'll see, because love is powerful. You can see the love starting and spreading. Mama handed her a coat, and they both laced up their shoes. Mari tucked the posters under one arm and held Mama's hand with the other. They slipped through the elevator doors. Down, down, down they went, all the way to the lobby. You can see Mari's love is starting to spread, little by little. Mari hopped onto the sidewalk, then stopped and looked up. The street was packed with people, more people than she'd ever seen in her entire life. Mari tugged on Mama's arm to ask her to kneel down. Then she whispered in Mama's ear, "Mama, it's so loud, and there's so many people. They won't hear our message." Mama said, "They will, little Mari." Mama lifted Mari up, and for a moment she felt like she was flying. On top of Mama's shoulders, Mari could see the crowd swell for blocks. Hundreds and thousands, even hundreds of thousands of people marching down the street. Some held signs like Mari's, all saying different things. Everyone cheered as they walked together. Mama joined them. Mari bobbed above the crowd like a canary fluttering over trees. She felt as tall as one of the buildings. Mari raised her sign for everyone to see. Even though she was small and the crowd was very big, so big she didn't think anyone would hear, she called out her message. You can see the love. Through the roar, her voice was heard and someone shouted the message back. Mari yelled again, and more joined. Again, she yelled the message. You can see the love. Oh, it's spreading throughout the crowd. This time, when the crowd called back, Mari's message rumbled down the street and echoed off the buildings. It was as loud as breaking waves. Love is powerful. And there is the real life Mari. And if you want to read more about her and other women activists, come on to the Manitowoc Public Library. We've got a great women's history display in our youth department. And like I said, if you can't come into the building, we'd be more than happy to get you books like Love is Powerful or a lot of other great activist books that you guys can read together. Before we go today, I think it might be a fun thing to do to play a little game that all revolves around how powerful love can be. This one is called Mwah, a kiss in the hand. Chester the raccoon really missed his mom, So she gave him a kiss in the middle of his palm. Mwah! The kiss helps them when they are apart. Can you help find the green heart? We've got purple and we've got blue. We've even got a white heart with ladybugs on it. And that's right. Good job, you guys. We found the green heart. Okay, let's try again. Chester the raccoon really missed his mom, so she gave him a kiss. Can you give a kiss? Mwah! In the middle of his palm. The kiss helps when they are apart. Can you help find the purple heart? We've got the ladybug heart. Oh, but that one's red. That's not one purple. We've got blue. Oh, that's kind of close. And then we've got the purple heart. Good job, you guys. Okay, we've got 2 down, 2 more to go. Chester the raccoon really missed his mom, so she gave him a kiss. You ready for a big kiss? Mwah! In the middle of his palm. The kiss helps when they are apart. Can you help find my favorite ladybug heart? We've got the blue heart, and then we've got, the little ladybug heart. Good job, you guys. That one's my favorite. Reminds me that spring is coming and ladybugs will be back soon. Okay, we've got 1 more. Chester the raccoon really missed his mom, so she gave him a kiss in the middle of his palm. The kiss helps when they're apart. And now, can we find the blue heart? Oh, this one's easy, you guys. Right there, we've got blue, just like the shirt I'm wearing today. Oh my goodness, look at that. Good job, you guys. We found all of the hearts. Thank you so much for joining me for story time today. Don't forget, we've got those great family activity bags. You can sign up and register at 5 o'clock Thursday for our next glaze and paint bag. If you don't get one of those, don't worry. We've got a new one that comes out every Thursday at 5 o'clock. And don't forget to sign up for the Wisconsin Maritime Museum Library Night. That's going to be March 30th at 6:30. And anyone can register online and join us. So thank you for joining us today. And we'll see you again soon for Storytime. Remember, love is powerful. Have a great day.